shot and I took it, I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go, I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 60-6. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Ready!
Another run here with Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, Marvin, you know, we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
James Bradbury running in and finishing that play on the corner blitz.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Well, this defense for the Eagles much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
From the 36, Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. Steps away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Another run with Sanders. Oh, good move. As Sanders has it pumped free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Hey, Cash.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They go play action with Hurts.
And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
48 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
34 yards.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Okay, ready?
On second down, this is Edmonds. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Now Tua. Wilson's got it complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kaiser White. And now off to the races down the right side.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now second and 9 from the 10.
Throwing is Hurts. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw again on second down. Tua. They complete it to Hill. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
22 meters. Blue strike.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Set, ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Red, yellow. Block it, 6.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 55 rushing yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. In motion, Hill. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And some room to work.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
In motion, Hill.
Right, 97.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. For the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Ready? Stop low, 18.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They run with Sanders off the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. So fly Eagles.